Hey, welcome, Cola Gang. We are here and we have finally got the long awaited interview that y'all have been waiting for. Mama Nine is ready. Excuse me, she's not Mama Nine anymore. 963 is ready to speak her piece on her experience at carbonation and what she has in the future for her rebuilding of herself after going through something so dramatic. And also, our love, Mama Young is here, is here to support her baby. You know how Mama Young do. We love her over here at the Cola Gang. So she's here for her baby as we know she would be. We have no doubt in that. But yes, Cole again, y'all hear Kamani in the background. He can't never leave me alone. I went and got a little quiet space and he's following me, but y'all know he's the fake co-host, but it is what it is. Also, I gotta get that out of my head. Oh my god, it's just stuck in there. 963. Her Cash App is scrolling across the screen. So if anybody feels compelled to want to donate to help her on her road to getting herself back together after going through what she went through, everybody can use a little help. This is not a scam. This is not any of that. She wants to help and help herself. It's, her family is there. They'll help her if that's not the thing, but she wants to help herself. So, anything will help if you feel it in your heart. Okay, here we go with questions and stuff. So, like I said, if there's anything that you feel like you don't want to answer, you are more than welcome to say pass. I don't want to answer that, and it's all good because this is for you to get your clarity and get your side out, being that you're being slandered and lied on, so that people have an understanding of who you really are and what really went on.
Right.
All right, first question. What was it about Nature Boy and his movement, his carbonation movement, that appealed to you at the time that made you feel like that was the place that you wanted to be?
You said, what was it about him?
Him and his movement, not like him per se, like you had a crush on none of that weird stuff, none of that. But like, what about him made you feel safe enough? Like, you know what? I want to leave what I know, what I'm used to go someplace that I'm not with a person I'm not familiar with, that I don't really know. Like, what did he say? Like, what was his teachings? Like, what?
It was his teachings and how he came off. He came off as somebody that's, real genuine and stuff like that. And I knew somebody who had went over there, so it kind of made me a little more less worried to go over there because I knew that somebody had already went over there. But before then, I was kind of hesitant. And it's really just his teachings and how he come off, and just under the belief and the illusion that he the Messiah, he's really a Messiah and stuff like that. So
Okay, I totally get it. He does have the gift of gab, so I totally understand where you're coming from. My next question is, what was going on in your personal life at home at the time when you made that decision? Like, what was anything going on, or were you, living your normal life where you was at, but you just wanted something different?
I had a job, I was living a normal life, and I just wanted to go to the tropics and represent the tropics because we supposed to be close to the sun, and it's like scientific evidence on why we should and things like that. But yeah, that's the main reason. I just want to go be an example for humanity and be a representation of that. But I find out that I don't have to do that and be over there. You feel me?
Right. Exactly. You can do that from anywhere. You can ground from anywhere. You can do that from anywhere. So I'm glad you finally realized you didn't have to go all the way there to make an impact on society or on life, period. So I'm very pleased that finally sunk in and you got the hell out of there. Okay.
Right.
Next question is, what was the first day that you arrived in Puerto Rico? What was it like? Can you like walk us through it? Like, did somebody come pick you up from the airport? Give us the rundown. Like we seen a video, like when you was out with everyone, but that could be misleading. Like I know you looked like you was having a good time, you was happy, everybody was having fun. But what was your first day there really like?
Well, my first day there, they picked me up from the airport, and then we driving. The house was like an hour or something out, so like we just driving for a little minute, and then they greet me and everything. We pull up to the house. They greet everybody. They greet me. They welcome me in. They had got my suitcases out. They do a bag check, and then that's pretty much that was my first night there.
Okay, when you say bad check, like bad check, what were they looking for stuff in particular, or did they just take all your belongings?
They was looking for things in particular, like if you have any weapons, you can't bring no weapons, or if you have like any something that's like Babylon, like GMO food or stuff with chemicals in it, they gonna tell you to throw it away.
Okay.
Oh, can I say something?
Of
Uh,
course.
yeah, you can't bring no weapons on the plane. So why they why they was checking
True, true,
for
true.
weapons? You know what I'm
Right,
You
saying?
know,
They like, you got any knives? When they would have body slammed me at the airport if I brought a knife. You know what I'm
right.
right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I
No,
don't hear
I,
nothing.
I, I muted real quick. I
Oh,
muted real quick.
oh.
Oh, okay.
That little Kamani thinks he wants to play the drums for us now. This is not the time. Like, this is not the
That's
time.
how kids be.
Yeah, this is not the time. Okay, maybe because I'm not cursing enough. He's like, oh, she's not serious. I don't know, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. Um,
uh,
all right. The next question is, when did you notice that they were not comfortable with you being a stud, like you being like manly? Like when did they push that whole divine feminine on you, and did they push that on you?
Um, no, they didn't push it on me, but I felt like they was kind of giving clues, because it was one time where when I first got there and I was with the guys downstairs, and during the workout one day, they run on rocks sometimes. So for like a workout, and like they do a couple laps, and they had me running on the rocks, and them rocks was hurting, and they was like pushing me to keep running and running. But they was like, "Oh, you want to be a man?" They was like, "You want to be a man?" and stuff like that. They was like, "We got to go catch the food and stuff like that." So I feel like it was kind of in certain ways. I feel like it kind of did.
Right.
yeah.
They were trying to shade you about it, like okay, like they were trying to break you. So you probably felt like, you know what, maybe it'll be easier for me if I just go with the flow as far as this female stuff, because they're not embracing me for who I really am.
Right.
Right.
And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Just because she want to be a stud, that don't mean I got to prove myself by running on rocks. What is running on rocks proving? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, I can do everything you can do. It's a lot of women out here playing baseball, basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now they doing football. Like, what is running on rocks proving?
Right.
Right.
Them women's playing football and basketball. They didn't have to run on no rocks.
And speaking of
You
running
know?
on rocks, right? Because they talk
Yeah.
about all of this purge and stuff, right? And this wasn't a question. This just jogged my brain about like you saying them trying to prove whatever, right? Do they
Right.
do any like training, like military type training, or like we see them with the little bow and arrows and machetes and whatnot walking around? Do they do any training with those things, like with the bow and arrows? Do they have target practice or
Yeah.
whatever they do? Oh, my
Yeah,
head.
they do. They when I was first got there, it was like they was doing it like every once a week. They'll do the bow and arrow or the rifle, stuff like that. It wasn't like a real rifle. It was like a BB gun. So they was practicing it with stuff like that, and But lately they haven't been doing that. Like they only did it like a little bit when I first got there.
Okay, so basically they're not gonna be ready for the purge, okay, or whatever. I'm
The
sorry.
purge.
That's what they call it. Like they say us in Babylon, we're not gonna be ready for the purge, so you're not gonna be ready for the purge practicing once a week. Okay, back to being serious. All right. How did the females treat you when you got there?
They treated me nice. They treated me nice. Some of them, cause he was wondering where I should go, cause he was like, should she go downstairs with the guys or should she be upstairs with the girls? And he was like, the women will feel uncomfortable because they know I like girls. And the women said that they was like, well, if she upstairs with us, we would kind of feel uncomfortable because we know that she like girls. So yeah,
That's
but
crazy. Why would
other than
y'all
that,
feel uncomfortable with me? Like I'm a regular person. Just because I like girls, that don't mean I'm not a human. That's
I feel they probably said all of that to impress him. To be quite honest,
probably,
so a
yeah,
lot of things they
probably.
do is to impress him. I don't think they really be feeling like half of the things that they say they really feel. It's just to impress him, like just in case he may feel like oh, she might take one of the girls because he's about him. So anybody, because Nine is not a bad looking person. So I feel, and a lot of us feel that the females there are either bisexual anyway, or
Yeah.
I feel like that. So he probably knows that as well, where she might have been a threat to them. So and they know it. So let's take her all the way out the equation before something happens to us. Um, did any did Nature Boy or any of the other males at any point besides Musa, because I'm gonna get to Musa a little later. Did any of them try to flirt with you or touch you inappropriately or anything like that?
no one ever tried to touch me inappropriately and nothing like that. But I know that I felt like Nature Boy was kind of flirting with me and um some other dudes in the camp when I first got there, they was flirting with me, like saying that I look good, saying if my hair was longer.
They trying to shoot their shot.
Right, right, right. Because you're not a bad looking person. Like we seen the pictures of you, before this. You're not. So it's not surprising that they would, And also they've been deprived. They don't. He's the only person that gets any, interaction. It seems like over there anywhere. Come
What
on,
I tell
please.
you?
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. I thought. Okay, we're gonna get into
Miami.
Musa. Is that? Are you okay with talking about Musa and the situation with you and Musa?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you forced to have
I'm gonna
sex,
close the door.
or was it like how it was what you said on Vigo?
You said what was it?
Were you forced, or was it like okay when he did that little fake Dr. Bishop, because we know most of that stuff is acting anyway when he does that Dr. Bishop stuff that is scripted. So were you forced, or did you want to go along with whatever process they set with you in this whole divine feminine nonsense that they was trying to push on you?
I definitely wasn't forced. Definitely wasn't forced. Everything just happened the way it did. As far as the Dr. Bishops go, as far as I know, they're not scripted. They just out the blue. Like he takes like real situations in the camp and he just does a Dr. Bishop. Like it's just he's a good at acting. So like he can just ask questions and be silly, but like he's being real at the same time. He's trying to be real. But they're not scripted.
So he's trying to actually help the problems that some of the people got in the camp. Um, he don't
Yeah.
call on like do a real therapist can't come out or can't nobody else visit the camp like a real therapist to come out and help the people in the camp, or do he have to be the go-to guy for everything?
I mean, he gotta do it only because he's using the knowledge that he teaches infused with real situations, problems, and stuff like that. That's why he wouldn't call another therapist and none, because they probably not going to use the knowledge to help them.
Okay, so everything is based around his teachings and his knowledge. So if anybody have a problem in the camp, he revert back to his teachings to help you guys solve y'all problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. After you and Musa did what y'all did, how did Musa how was Musa treating you afterwards? Did y'all have y'all little episode and then he went back to how he was acting before that? Or was he really on this he's your husband, you're his wife thing, like what was put out there?
He wasn't acting like that in real life. I think he just said that on a interview because he was not acting like that after.
Okay.
So he
So
was
after,
faking for the
right.
views.
But was
Yeah.
he like disrespectful? You when I said how did he act after, like you know how sometimes a dude get with a girl and then they get what they want and it's like they don't exist no more, they ignore them or treat them a little messed up. Like that's what I mean. Was he still nice to you or was he trying to avoid you? Like
He was still nice to me. Like he was still cool with me, but he was trying to. I think he was trying to avoid me, and I don't think he wanted to talk or nothing like that because he was out in Atlanta during the time, so he
okay.
wasn't like texting me or nothing or like checking up or trying to say like or talk nothing out.
Right. Right. Okay. Um all right. As far as that letter that was brought up in that whole Dr. Bishop with that caused the thing with you and Wizzy or whatever, was that for real? That was real too?
Yeah,
You wrote that letter?
yeah. That's
Was
how
it?
I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt at the time because I felt like if I'm coming into my divine feminine, I felt like I should be with someone who already got the knowledge and know what they're doing as far as somebody like him who upsetted me and he was like, you know, yeah, that whole situation.
Okay. Do
Can
you
I
feel?
can I ask a question? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
of
Can I
course.
ask a question?
Of course.
Oh, I seen that video, and when he didn't finish the letter, and he started to laugh and mock you as comparing you to that cartoon WB the Frog. How did that
Mm.
make you feel when everybody was just laughing at you, and you was pouring out your real feelings in that letter? So how did that make you feel when the person you're trying to actually say, hey, I would rather be with you because you know the knowledge more and I can be led by you? How did you feel that he is the one started to bust up laughing and everybody else is just mocking you? Like, I seen that you wasn't laughing. How did you feel in that moment?
I think you put in two things together because I think you talking about that time with me and knowledge about the W fraud.
Yeah, he was saying that you remind me of this cartoon
Mm,
and stuff like that. Yeah, I probably am. How did that make you feel when he said that you actually he was mocking you, like making fun of you?
mm.
How did that make you feel in that when that happened?
I was irritated, but like
You
I kind of like I wasn't like too upset about it because it's like if it's true, it's true. Because sometimes somebody can sound like some and you can compare them to something else that you've heard before, so I didn't really take it too personal or none, but I had like a slight feeling like irritation.
Well, just because somebody says that you remind them of a cartoon doesn't mean it could be true. That's just their perception. Let me
Mm.
ask you this: when he was laughing at you about the letter, he said he can't even finish reading it, and he just started laughing, and everybody else was laughing. How did that make you feel?
um I felt like he was joking. Like I felt like he was joking about not reading the whole thing and acting. I feel like that was an act. So I didn't really feel no type of way about it. I just felt like it was an act. I'm like, how you ain't read the whole thing
What about after the live? Did he finish reading it?
after the live?
Yeah,
I think
after
he,
the. after the video, y'all was on video and stuff. After that, did he actually finish reading the letter? Did he call you on it and say, "Hey, I finished reading the letter. I appreciate that." Or what? Did he do any of that?
No, he just hearted it.
Oh, he just hearted it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Sticking on that topic. When Wizzy and the other girls kind of ganged up on you, I would say, snuck you with that whole you trying to do something with Wizzy.
Mm-hmm.
First, what happened that night? Like, what were y'all really doing? Because they wouldn't let you talk. They kept trying to push the narrative as if you was some type of predator trying to have sex or whatever with Wizzy. So none of us really got to hear you speak. But from the vibe that it was, we don't feel like that's how it even went that night. I feel like they did something, or maybe someone did something to make you feel like it was okay. But how did you feel when they turned it all on you, like you did something wrong to them, just dancing, being yourself?
Um, what you mean? You talking about when they when
Rudy, remember when y'all were all up on the Dr. Bishop, right?
mm,
And the Dr. Bishop before that, people was insinuating that you and Wizzy like each other, or you like Wizzy or whatever. And then they had the next Dr. Bishop with Zoka, Harudi, and all of them. And Harudi jumped in and was like that you're not being honest, you're being fake or whatever. And then they all felt like they was offended. They were dancing or something. Y'all was having a party or something, and they felt offended how you was dancing on someone or whatever. And then later that night, Wizzy said she felt some type of way because you tried to put a move on her, I guess, and
mm,
stuff in her room. Like, can you tell your side of what? First of all, like, what were y'all? What in the party made them? Were they pushing you to dance? Because I feel like this. If you know a person likes females, right? Not saying that just because they like females, if you're dancing seductively, they're gonna want to touch you or do whatever.
mm,
um from what I got from that is they kept trying to make you like you didn't want to be twerked on or whatever it was, and they were trying to act like because you didn't want to participate in doing that, they kind of pressured you to do it, and then tried to turn it around that you were trying to to offend them, like like trying to get at them or holler at them or holler at Wizzy. What happened?
no, that's different. I think somebody twisted that story up because what happened was basically it was one night we was drinking, everybody was drinking, and it was me, Knowledge, and Mama Harudi. We went to the studio, we chilling. They was dancing, like they was twerking and things. And Mama Harudi felt like Mama Knowledge was twerking and like trying to be seductive or like seduce me in a way. And she was like, instead of just twerking in front of her, let's let her ask her to join in, you know, because I'm not a twerker, I don't do stuff like that. So they was like, ask her to join in and twerk with us. And so that's what happened with that. Now, as far as what happened with, they said I was trying to come on to Mama Knowledge and things like that. Um, I was just joking around. Like, honestly, we was all drinking and things, and I did kind of feel like she was kind of trying to seduce me in a way. So I was kind of doing things to question it and be like, see if she, you know, really feels some type of way.
Right.
And we was all laughing and having a good time, drinking. And all of a sudden she lay down, but like I see her eyes like kind of like open a little bit and like closing. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking she playing because we was all playing. So I got in her face and like made funny faces and stuff like that, just fucking with her and like yeah. It
Okay.
was kind of flirty vibes, but that's what they got from that I was trying to push up on her. But I kind of did feel energy from her too. And Mama Harudi said the same thing. She was like she felt like she was doing that to kind of seduce me.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Um, At any point in time, was it discussed that you were going to be with Nature Boy? Like, were you there? Like, after they made you do the transition, after you and Musa did what y'all did, was there any discussion of possibly like you being Nature Boy's wife or one of his wives or whatever?
You said after I told him and wrote that letter?
No. After you and Musa had sex or whatever, like, cause let me just cut to the point, because even like I'm trying to be Barbara Walters and Cola Gang. No, I'm just get to it. A lot of things that we hear and we see or whatever, it may not be official. You get what I'm saying? It could be from our perspective of what we think or what we might have heard or whatever. But
Right.
me personally, I'm gonna talk for myself. I felt like Musa was pushed on you to groom you to get you ready for Nature Boy. I'm just gonna keep it 100. That's what I felt like, because for one, it was too fast the transition that they tried to make you have you make when you got there. You understand? Where I don't feel like it was that gradual. So it's bad enough that you're forcing this person to put on a dress and a headband. Like, you could have found your divine feminine in what you're comfortable in. That's number one. Number two, next we got Musa. Now you understand, you are primarily attracted to females. You understand, you are a stud. So I don't know any studs that jump back and forth like that with men and women. Is, like, studs feel like they're dudes. So in a weird way, it's almost like if you have sex with a dude, it's like you gay. It sounds crazy how I'm saying it, but that's what it is. It's like, yo, like you're gay because you identify as a male. You get what I'm saying? Not as a male per se, like you have a penis, but it's like you relate to men, your demeanor, your clothing, how you may think about certain situations or relations and stuff. It comes from more of a male perspective. So I felt like Musa was either told to get up on you or whatever to get you prepared for Nature Boy. So at any point after you and Musa had sex, was there any discussion that you and Nature Boy would be one of his wives, basically?
Nah. It was no discussion.
Okay, so we got that out the way. All right, now to some more just a little more personal, but not too personal. We off that Musa stuff or whatever. We got that out the way and Nature Boy out the way, but personal along the lines of, we know that in order for people to come and join Carbonation, you have to bring something to the table. He's not just letting anybody come and learn the knowledge for free, per se. And when I say bring something to the table, not saying that you have to come there physically with 5,000 or whatever. It doesn't have to be that. We know he likes to get loans in a lot of the people that comes there name. Has he gotten any loans in your name?
I've heard that he has. They said that a male came to my grandma's house saying that he got a PPP loan in my name. So I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that he has. And as far as I know that they be, they do be trying to get money out there, getting unemployment, stuff like that. So
Okay, have you gotten unemployment?
I don't want to answer that question.
Okay, we'll move on. Okay, you answered that. All right. From your time being there, have you been forced to do anything that you did not feel like you wanted to do? And when I say forced to do anything, it could be whatever. I'm not just talking about sexually. I'm talking about in general. Like, for instance, the whole ISIS situation. Were you forced to jump her with the other girls, or was that what you felt at the time that you wanted to do, or you felt like you needed to do out of safety for yourself?
I felt like I needed to do it out of safety for myself and not getting in trouble. Cause they do stuff like that. They tell you like if you don't jump in or if you don't do this, like they'll start fucking with you. They'll start grilling you and saying, "Do you want to
Right.
go home? Like, are you're not really committed to this journey?" And they start yelling at you, grilling you,
Right.
and you the next victim type shit.
Right. I felt like that's what it was because it's real Lord of the Flies over there where it's like monkey see, monkey do. So if whoever's against the grain is next. So I totally get why you did that or felt like you had to do it. It wasn't for enjoyment per se,
Mm.
like some of the other ones that I feel like they actually enjoyed that, but that's my personal opinion. Okay,
Right.
what what are the living conditions like there?
It's really they always cleaning. So like we everybody got duties. We all got like chores and stuff. They real militant, like order and structure and organized out there. Yeah, they keep their stuff like clean, uptight.
Okay. All right, now on to something a little more deeper. What are the living conditions for the children that are there? Like, are the children being taken care of? Is anything that shouldn't be happening? Like, is there any abuse in any form that's going on, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, sexual? What's good with baby John and the other ones that just came here, the other children that's there?
Oh, they good. They are. They're definitely. They definitely get taken care of. The whole village be looking after them, and they be getting their hair done by the women. If like somebody not there on ATL, like they'll take care of one of the other women. Will start to do Ja's hair. So like yeah, they all definitely taken care of.
Okay. That's good to hear because we love us some baby John me and we love kids, period. But baby John me, that's our homeboy. Like so that's good to know. That's good to
Right.
hear. Um, as far as Juju, how old is Juju?
Juju, I believe right now he's 19.
Okay. Also, I've seen this is why I say like I'm certain things I'm not sure about. I'm gonna ask what I'm not sure about instead of just running with it like it's true. Does Juju have a disease, like a blood disease or something that he's supposed to be taking medication for?
No, not that I know of. I never heard about him having to take medication or having a type of disease. So, nah, I never heard of that.
Okay. Now back to baby Johnny. Who takes care of him really as far as between True and Sheba?
It varies because if Sheba is Baba G's wife,
Mm-hmm.
then True will mostly have him. Like he will mostly have him, and like she'll probably go visit and sometimes or like here and there go see him. But if she's not with Baba G, then she's with True all the time and with him all the time, just as well as True.
Okay. Um. Now, as far as women getting beat, do the men discipline the females there, whether they're your husband or not?
Um, it depends. So like if they're not your husband and say you downstairs and you got duties downstairs, right? Which is
Mm-hmm.
chores. You got commanders and your commander can be a male. And as far as discipline, they can if he's your commander, he can tell you to do squats or jumping jacks, stuff like that, like 15 squats or 25 squats, whatever it is, depending on the situation. But as far as if somebody's your husband, if he's your husband, then a thing there is they are allowed to discipline a woman, like if she needs to get smacked or whatever. But like they don't want because it was this one time where a situation happened between True and Sheba and Baba G didn't like it because he was like, oh, like he felt like he was in the wrong for doing something to Mama Sheba. They was mad and he I think he like hit her head against the shower or some shit like that. So he was upset that he did that.
Okay. Um. Now Solar and Zoka, because We seem to believe, because I'm one of the people that believed it too, or that's why I'm asking the question. Did he knock her tooth out?
I have no idea what happened, but I don't think he knocked her tooth out. I think that because she told me that her mother pulled it out in a way where it was like a real fucked up way. I guess she did it with a book or something. She did it with something, and it's like it never grew back or some shit. She got like a story about it, but I don't think he hit her tooth out.
Because see, that's where we're a little confused with her tooth, because when she came in, she had all her top teeth. So that's why I was asking the question, because one day that side tooth was just gone. But when she came there, you understand, it was all there. So, it might have took
Possibly.
place. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe she was lying, or maybe she just trying to cover it up.
Yeah, because they do a lot of that over there. All right. What happened with Loyal?
All I heard was because I didn't see nothing happen. I didn't see it go down, but I heard he got jumped because he called all the men hoes and bitches, and maybe because he been fucking up or something lately. But yeah, I just heard he got jumped, and they said they had jumped him bad. That's all I heard.
So where were you when he got jumped?
I don't even know because when it happened, it was like probably 3 days later. That's when Mama Isis got jumped or some shit. Because after she got jumped, that's when I found out that they had jumped Loyal. Because it was like they just did this like 3 days ago with Loyal.
All right, so the men, okay, so basically, like, when the men are jumping each other or whatever, they go someplace, so they don't do that in front of y'all.
Mm-mm.
So when y'all jumped ISIS, y'all wasn't in front of none of them.
No, he was. The men was right there. Not
Um,
all of them, but like just some of them.
like who was there?
It was True. Who else? Solar. And that's it. I think it was just True and Solar.
Okay, so also, I heard that Pisces got jumped. Do you
Mm-hmm.
know anything about that?
I don't know how it started or what happened. All I know is I seen him running, and yeah, I don't know when he came back. I think he came back like real late at night. But all I know is it was downstairs. It happened downstairs. I was upstairs, and somebody told me that it was about him being too distracted and not being focused in the knowledge, and he letting the girl take his attention or something like that. But I feel like that's really petty to fight
Right.
somebody over. So I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I heard, and I
Probably
heard
true,
that.
because they're very petty over there from what I've seen, from an observant point of view. They're petty as hell over there. So I wouldn't even put that past anything, that's what happened. They're petty,
Yeah,
So I know you're trying to be nice about it with some of the stuff, but we gotta keep calling it for
yeah,
what it is. They petty, just like how I feel like them girls was petty, how they jumped on you. With that whole Wizzy situation, so petty is a big thing, a big theme over there at Carbonation. So let's
yeah,
not act like it's that couldn't be.
Hey,
Oh.
you didn't tell me you got jumped
yeah.
on.
They real. I didn't get
Who?
jumped on. Who said that?
She just said it.
No, I didn't say that.
You said they jumped on her. Oh, you mean you
No,
talking
when I
about
said
like with
jump,
the,
no, with the being fake, when they ganged up
oh,
on her on no.
because I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Because we probably would have a different story here from what you told us about Nan over here. So it probably be a whole lot of slow singing and flower
Because
bringing. So
jump to me means somebody, saying
I'm sorry. I was like, because lingo is different every place. Like I meant, like, I don't know, being fake when they tried to come up with that
oh,
whole thing that she wasn't being her authentic self, when they just came
oh,
out of nowhere with that nonsense that they was talking about anyway. So
yeah, okay.
sorry about that. Sorry about that.
No, you good.
It's okay.
But yeah, okay. Now, so on to something more positive. What are your plans for the future now that you done got the hell away from that godforsaken place? because I see, and I'm in my, when I upload this video, I'm gonna put the link for your GoFundMe or whatever. But can you give us like, a little insight on what it is you trying to do to better yourself and fix yourself? Because that's a mental trip that you just went through on some real stuff. Because I'm trying not to curse. Because I was going to say something else. Because I curse like a sailor. But what are your plans?
Well, my plans is to get therapy, maybe some deep programming, and then just get back on my feet. Like first, I'm gonna give me a place, give me a car, you know, uh, just get on my feet, basically, get my life back together.
That's wonderful. I'm glad that you said that you're going to get therapy, because most people that leave there, they think that they don't need therapy for whatever reason. Like, they don't understand what they went through. Is a lot on your brain. It's like, I'm glad you understand that you got to fix yourself first. Like, you're being who you are upstairs. Because all that other stuff is not going to matter. Like a house, a car, all that's not going to matter if your mind is not right.
Right.
You're already on the road to doing what you need to do and being a better person than when you even got there. You feel me? Oh, look at see little brother. Oh, hi, handsome. How you doing?
He want to eat. He want to eat. I just fed him and laid him down. He was good. Now he want to eat again. I was like,
that's how they be. This one over here, like, then let me tell you. But we are very proud of you over here at the Cola Gang. Don't let nobody try to shame you. Don't let nobody try to act like you a scammer. Don't let nobody try to make you feel no type of way. Not whether it's people from this end, and definitely not people from over there from Carbonation, because that whole NDA nonsense and stuff, that you good. You Gucci great. Can't nobody, none of them over there can do a thing to you.
Right.
You understand? Nothing. His arms won't reach. His ain't nothing going down. So just live your life comfortably. Get a new number, however you need to do. Cut off. Make sure that no contact can be made. None of them threatening DMs, nothing or whatever stuff. He can't do a thing. And that's the whole thing. But it's like that whole trying to scare people legally. Like, a person that doesn't know the law can't scare other people legally. Like, we have Google. He could have did better with making a fake NDA than what he did. And that's being real. You understand? Right. Google is free for everyone. You understand? Most of his comes from Google. You don't need it. You understand? And as far as the loans, you need to definitely go look into that. Don't, just because somebody came and said it and you just like, well, it might be hearsay. Don't do that. Sit and make sure that you're covered and call up, find out, because you don't want for it to be true, and then that comes back and bites you. Because all those people that he got loans in their name and stuff like that, he set it up. They're gonna go to jail if they don't do what they need to do. You understand? He'll be clear of it. So you want to make sure that you're clear. You don't want to be like having a dope job. Your life is where it needs to be 2-3 years later or whatever, and now bam, here comes the IRS. You understand? Because that's a white collar crime.
oh yeah,
That's Fed time. That's not state time. That's not county. That's not none. That is the feds.
Because that's how long it take, by 2-3 years. Because I know somebody that did something with drawing food stamps. And they weren't supposed to draw food stamps, and they was lying, and they was drawing a whole lot of it. 3 years later, the IRS came from them, and they had to pay all that money back. And this person was a person that was not in the poverty zone, but made themselves seem like they was in poverty zone. It took them years to get discovered, because there's thousands of millions of people out here, but they will get found out. Any fraudulent activity that have went on over there, it will get found out. If ain't nobody went to jail yet, they going to jail. They be going to jail.
Is up to 10 years. You understand?
Yeah.
So they can watch you up to 10 years to figure out what's what. So even when he talks that stuff like, oh, this ain't gonna happen, that's not gonna happen, the feds operate different because they have a high success rate. That's how some people think that you gotta go to the regular police. Like, it's not a chain of command when it comes to that. You can go straight to the feds for certain things, because the feds is not gonna pick up everything that basically they're gonna pick up the stuff where we know you going to jail. They're not gonna pick up nothing where there's even a good enough percentage that you can beat it. So this little false lawyers for dummies nonsense that he be putting out or whatever, like, one in one ear, one out the other, because they sit and they watch. So if somebody did go to your grandma's house and say X, Y, and Z, that's enough for you to know that you need to go and cover 9. Fuck everybody else. You need to cover 9, because even though you didn't do it, they're not gonna care that you didn't do it, because they're like, all right, they're gonna feel you had some type of knowledge or something. Like, something came somewhere, whether it's a letter, like a piece of paper gotta come somewhere. You understand? So even if it didn't come to you and you got wind of it, you have to check that out. You don't want to be sitting and in jail for somebody else's greed. You know you ain't even get nothing from it. Let's be honest. Even if he did get a loan for however much, none of the people that was there that he got loans in their name, none of them is benefiting to the level that they need to for the amount of money that he's gotten for them. There's nothing going on there that's $10,000, and that's the minimum that people get for PPP loans. It's like $10,000. Nothing. There's no $10,000 worth of nothing going on for any of them people there. Not Jack's little barber stuff, not True's little tattoo stuff. You get a tattoo machine and all of that for like $120. It's not that serious. You get what I'm saying? It's nobody's reaping any of the benefits. And speaking of that, because like I said, stuff jogs my mind. What are the businesses supposedly that they supposed to have over there? Because at one point in time, they supposed to be making soaps. They supposed to have a garden. Is there a garden? Is there a garden? Because this is my thing. If you telling poor little me that I live in Babylon and I'm eating from the supermarket, but then this boy over here eating Chinese food that we know is from the supermarket, is the food being grown there?
Not all of it. No, like they only got like some green onion growing, and they trying to grow a tomato and trying to grow potato, but they not really even really gardening or planting those stuff out there.
Thank you, because like when I do my little stuff, and I'll be like, damn, they always trying to throw this in our face, and I haven't seen a lick of produce anywhere except for the coconuts that's up on the trees and whatever and stuff. So thank you for that. But are there any businesses supposedly that's going on? Because I seen with the NDA or whatever, it's supposed to be some entertainment company nonsense.
I don't see no businesses, but I don't see no real contract of no music. I don't see no real business out there.
But no, we know that there's no real nothing. You get what I'm saying? When I asked that question, like him pretending, I should say, that's how I should have said it. What are there any pretend businesses? Like, you see how like on the NDA, I forgot what the name of the production company that he's supposed to have when he made that
Carbonation?
Something or whatever. Like, it was something LLC. How many supposed LLCs are over there? That's the better question. Because the LLC, you need to have an LLC to get these loans. You can't just go with your personal self and get them or whatever. That's like if he did get a loan in your name, it would be whatever company he made up, LLC, and then used your personal information as the owner in order for it to come, and then his address.
Yeah, because he covering all his tracks, boy. He's smart. Yeah. So, shit hit the fan. The follower, whoever over there that let them use their name, they gonna be the ones get in trouble.
Right, unless they want to talk and they be acting like they don't want to. But if they want to go do, Fed time and ain't get nothing, not a call, not nothing from it,
You like, gonna give me something now. Hey, right. I can't get nothing. Now right. You gonna have to give me cut of this.
They want to go to jail for free, that's their business. But we worried about 9 over here. You understand? Like, the rest of them, I hope they wake up. That's their business. But like I said, and I tell other people, like, I felt with you, I feel like you went through the craziest stuff because these people tried to change your whole identity. You get what I'm saying? Even though they try to make all of the people that's there a robot, but the girls that's getting passed around or whatever, they don't care too much because they like dudes. You get what I'm saying and stuff like this. They made you just change sexualities almost. Like you understand? Like that's some crazy nonsense. So
Yeah.
you got a lot of work to do, young lady, on fixing yourself. Period. And I don't want to scare you. I don't want to scare. I'm sorry, Mama.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to
I'm
scare you.
cutting in and stuff. Go
No,
ahead.
that's okay. But please, 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 please get yourself checked. You understand? Okay. Please get yourself checked because that's, Musa has a baby mother that outed him that he has, herpes. You understand? So hopefully that would be if you did have it, that's not a life changer. So if you have something, just we'll pray that it's just that because other people are saying there's worse things that's being passed around there. So I don't know. I'm just speaking from what I heard as far as who you were interacting with. So make sure you check yourself, please. Please.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get checked, but I haven't been nothing been happening. No outbreaks, no nothing. So,
See, that's
but
the thing
I
with
can still
herpes,
check.
baby. Yeah, please do because herpes. The funny thing about herpes is herpes is one of the things that'll just creep. You can have it in you. You understand? You're not gonna get immediate outbreaks. It's not one of them things. So don't judge your health on all the time how you think you may feel. And this is coming, like I have multiple sclerosis. You understand? I probably had multiple sclerosis before they diagnosed me for like a couple years because when they told me certain signs of stuff, I'm like, damn, I had that. But when I was younger, I'm just thinking like, oh, well, this is something, my fingers is tingling, maybe is this something that'll go away. You understand? So I had that. And then one day it just smacked the hell out of me. And I had to go to the hospital and then I got all the tests and they was like, you have multiple sclerosis. You understand? So I was healthy though. I wasn't tired. I was living my nice young life. Everything. I didn't have headaches. I didn't have anything that would tell me that something was wrong with me. So never just think because you feel fine that you are fine when you know somebody that you interacted with is not fine. You understand? So you need to go and do that. It's not about you don't wait till you get an outbreak. This is the word on the street, and it's just like with the PPP loan. This is to cover you. This is to make sure you're good. And that's it, and that's all. And that you can carry on with your normal life like how you plan to. Where even if, like I said, if you have it, herpes is messed up, but it's no big deal. You get what I'm saying? Where you know, and you know not what not to do with other people. You know to get your medication. You know, you understand? But when you have things like that and you let it fester in your body, you can harm yourself to a level that is not repairable. You can possibly kill yourself. You understand? So don't sit on that. Don't.
Yeah, some people don't even have symptoms either. Some people are asymptomatic and they get in a new relationship and they pass it to their lover.
Right.
And then the lover might have an outbreak and blame you and you, I ain't got no outbreak, but you're probably the one who gave it to them.
Right. And people are
it's
crazy.
a tricky illness,
People are crazy. You don't want to do that. You think that you okay, and then you give something to somebody and then they mess around and want to kill you. You understand? So you need to know. Even though those people that's there, certain people that's there that knew they had it and they sitting there playing around, you better than that. So you're not that's not the route you're gonna go. You wanna make sure you squared away on everything you need to be squared away on. Period. Right. And that's just what it is. Yeah. Is there anything that you may want to add to this? That if anything that I missed or anything, because
why don't you tell the viewers why you left? What's the reason you left? Why did you leave?
Yeah. I had that. Thank you. See, I love you, Mama. Thank you. I had that one on the thing, and I missed that trying to be Barbara Walters. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just start peeping and figuring out. I just started seeing little shit that was adding up. Like certain shit I let slide because you never know. Like, but certain shit I can't let slide, and I just had to leave because I'm not finna stay nowhere where I support what they doing. Like, especially if I have to be in a mix too. So like basically I left because it was times because when I first got there it wasn't like this. But I knew it was like I knew it had to been like this because now that I'm recently watching other people videos who left, even though I watched them before I came to carbonation, I watched other people videos about leaving carbonation. But I stopped watching them because Nature Boy manipulated his words into believing that those wasn't true, or that they're just trying to fuck with the message that I'm bringing, or they're just demons or projecting, or their
Right.
perception of what happened. So he'll be saying things like that about them, trying to manipulate the situation, which he did, because I stopped watching those videos. But now that I'm watching those videos again, they're actually telling the truth, especially about the hitting and the him beating his wife, things like that. Cause I was on off live. I've heard him say he'll beat his wife until like she feel like she about to die. Cause he was like, that's how you supposed to. He was like, that's how you gotta have your wife, is you gotta beat her until
Wow.
she feel like she about to die.
But he
And
wouldn't want to marry me then.
Me either. Like, I'm about to die. Somebody else about to die in here. Like,
Thank you.
oh wow.
yeah, he said that off live. So off live he said that. Then he said he'll beat his wife with a belt. He was like he got them trained like a dog. I'm like, that was something that I was like, that's not cool. I do not
Right. You don't.
support.
Right. That ain't your thing. That ain't your
Right.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then it was creepy shit going on because when I first got that, it wasn't hidden. It was like the military, so they'll yell at you like a drill sergeant if you
Right.
fuck up or do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really take it as nothing because I'm like, all right, it's like the military.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, I'm like, how many drill sergeants is you gonna be? Like after a while, calm down because I'm gonna spaz one day, and they don't want you to spaz because if you spaz, then they gonna want to try to fight you or jump you if they feel like you threatening. So it's like I don't know, but like so basically, when I first got there, it was just discipline like that, drill sergeant yelling, or like you doing squats, jumping jacks, shit like that. After a while, as soon as head top boot camp started, then they start implementing smacks. I'm like, oh hell no.
Oh
So
wow.
Like
they
smacking
had,
you?
yeah, they wasn't smacking me. I got smacked one time, and I said,
And who
F,
smacked you?
Mama Efru.
See, and that's the thing. I can't get jiggy with F-Fruit. It's just something about F-Fruit. Like, I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. Like, I'll hope everybody leave, but it's just certain people there that I feel like I do enjoy when he get on their ass, and she one of them because I feel like she a bully. So is she a bully? She be out there bullying people like on like.
She do, and Mama Sheba and Mama Zoka, the ones who've been there the longest, they low key be acting like bullies.
um
But
They probably feel inferior
That's
because
what
they've
I'm
been there the longest.
that jumping stuff is whack or whatever, and that's my thing with it's about. That's why I felt like you was forced to jump ISIS. You understand, because you wasn't in the same position because they didn't jump you, but you knew what it felt like to have them fake gang up on somebody and turn basically on people. So I was disappointed at first, but I was like, nah, she probably had to do that nonsense because I couldn't. You're outnumbered, so I had to take it back. But I was like, no, 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 no,
Yeah,
nah.
because they said on the video, the wives said on the video that you jumped in on your own, you and knowledge.
Yeah, they trying to
no,
make it seem like y'all was the ringleaders, like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all
Yep.
was the one, like, yeah, let's get it shaking or whatever. Like, no.
nah, that was not it. They definitely wanted everybody to jump in, and they'll look at you like you crazy if you're not doing it, and they'll start drilling you. Cause one person, like, she really wasn't into it. It was Mama
Mhm.
Avir. Mama Avir, she really
Felt
wasn't
that.
trying to.
Mhm. Something
She was
about
over
Avia, I
there.
don't feel like she's like the rest of them there. I don't, like Avia seemed like she a little calmer, like she ain't into a lot of the stuff, but she just not probably like loud with it. You get what I'm saying? But who popped it off? Who, like, that night when that happened, who was the one that was like, listen, this is going down? Was it true that she threatened to cut people like Freddy Krueger?
Jason.
She
Just thank you.
yes, She said that, but she said it in a way where she was like, if she was her old self, if she was the person she used to be, then they would have to hide knives from her, and she'll be outside waiting like Jason at night and stuff like that. So she did say that, but she meant it in a way where like if she was her old self,
Mm-hmm.
but they still took it as a threat and everything. And basically they had a meeting with Nature Boy. They had a meeting with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, if any bitch came in my house, if I was y'all, I would have been beat that bitch ass. Boo threatening coming in my house, threatening, and that's when Mama Efru just punched her in her face, and then they started like, come on, and started fighting in the
That's
office.
sad.
It
That's sad
is.
because that's just like her saying how she used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And how they gonna take that as a threat to somebody how they used to be? They wanted to jump on that girl
That's
to
what they
send a
did.
message to the rest of the group. That's what
Right.
it was.
That's what they wanted to do, and that's the thing. They be waiting to do that because they was thirsty to go to Atlanta. I'm sorry. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
But y'all was tired of being where y'all was at. Y'all was mad that y'all not enjoying this nice Babylonian life that he sits there and he's into now. That's what I felt like. Like she just her saying that was the perfect storm for them to do something to
An excuse.
show him. Yeah, to show
How
him
you
like
gonna say I'm threatening you when I'm telling you how I used to be? I'm not even like that no more. Like, why would you hit me? Like,
right. And then
you
Fufu, I
want
don't
to hit me,
you know,
you
like
know?
he treats her like crap. He don't like the white blood in her and all this other stuff. Like Fufu do too much to be seen and still ain't being seen. Why? Matter of fact, Nancy, thank you, because y'all jogging my mind. Why was Fufu sent back there to PR with y'all? That's what I want to know.
You talking about that time? Let me see, cause she got sent back like twice, I think.
The last
I,
time, which what with this time now, where she's here now.
oh, she got sent back to help with the boot camp.
Mm.
What's up with this boot camp? Why they
Yeah.
make y'all do exercises? But what's the point of all this? Is it to keep y'all fit? I mean, what is this about? This boot camp stuff?
It's just discipline, taking accountability for your actions. Cause like, so like, say you doing your duties and you forget to sweep. All right, you gotta if they find out you ain't sweep, then you gotta do like 25 squats, so it can keep you on your stuff when you ain't gonna mess up again.
You know what? That ain't really teaching nobody not to mess up again. You know what? That's like saying that if you spill water on my floor, I'ma whoop you. And then you whoop the child, and what is the whooping teaching the child? It's teaching them how to be violent. It's
Right.
not teaching them that, oh, you spill water on the floor, don't do it again, or you wash those dishes, or you didn't do the dishes, you can't go outside. What is not going outside teaching a child and they didn't do the dishes? What I would do if I was there, you didn't sweep the floor, you're gonna sweep the floor all day until you not
Right.
forget to sweep it. This sit ups and stuff that's teaching me how to get fit. But if you want to get to somebody's skin about forgetting to sweep the floor, you're gonna sweep the floor for the rest of the week. You
Right.
know what I'm
Because
saying?
people get immune to beatings. That's like when I was younger. I had these
That's what
friends.
they doing. They getting y'all used to getting beat as a military, because in the military that's how they beat you. They make you do extensive exercise. You
Hmm.
know.
Right. That's yeah, they call that smoking because I was in the reserve. So, like, and it didn't teach me nothing. So she's right about that, where it was just like I was mad that I had to get smoked. I didn't get smoked often, but when I did get smoked, it was like, okay, I did it. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't learn anything,
Right.
any of
No,
it.
nothing to learn in that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Hey, let me ask you this. Those people over there, including you, y'all follow the law, y'all follow his teachers and things like that. And then once y'all find out that it's not what it's all cracked up to be, do some of them talk about it amongst themselves in the group and say, hey, have y'all noticed this and that? Or I'm thinking about leaving. Nobody really shared how they really feel about what's happening.
Right.
And it's very rare because I don't really hear talks like that. Like, it's very rare to hear that, especially with the people who've been there. If you say something like that to them, they'll start looking at you crazy and watching you more and
So basically,
like you a
nobody
terrorist.
trust nobody. It's like you go along with the program, but you know to keep your mouth shut and your thoughts to yourself.
Pretty much, because if you have a fucked up thought like leaving, or like you don't know about this, or like you thinking of it in this way, they're gonna look at you like you crazy, or you gonna get drilled like a drill sergeant about your thoughts and
So
demons.
how, I'm sorry. So how did you? So how was you able to safely get out of there? Like how the day that you left? How did that go? How did that go? Like
I had to tell them that I was leaving, and just like always, even in other videos I watched about other people leaving, it's real. Like they always tell you gotta talk to Nature Boy before you leave.
mm-hmm.
And I talked to Nature Boy, and he just trying to get me to stay by making me feel guilty for leaving. Like, oh, what you gonna go back to the system, work for the white
Right.
man, get a job. He was like, you gonna regret it. And then you leaving your mission, and you're not. People are looking at you as inspiration, and like they're trying to make you stay, pretty much.
Right.
And so yeah, I was still trying to leave because I wasn't with getting slapped, and I wasn't with him, beating his woman till they almost about to die, he say. And I'm not with all of that bull crap. So I'm like, no, I'm not with this anymore. Like no matter what, like I don't care how good the knowledge is, you're not finna make me stay and get slapped and witness this shit and support it.
So did they take you to the airport or anything? Anybody try to fight you when you left? Like what did the females that was there, like what did they have anything to say? Like, or you just up and left?
Mama Zoka, Mama Sheba, they wasn't there. It was just Mama
Yeah.
Efru, Mama Peace, Mama Harudi. They was trying to get me to stay, like Mama Peace, Mama Haruri. They was like, dang, are you sure you want to do this? And as far as Mama Efru, she was like, are you sure and things. But after I was like, sure, I did feel the energy change. They felt like I felt like I was an outsider, or like, I definitely felt the energy change. And True was yelling on the phone when I was downstairs, because I was downstairs waiting
Mm-hmm.
for the taxi to come, because they said they called a taxi.
All right.
And they said they got the covered, like the pay covered and everything. But when a taxi got here, we end up having to pay for it. Mama Knowledge ended up having to pay for the taxi for us. But True was yelling on the phone downstairs, and I was downstairs. He was yelling something about, tell her ass to come on, man. I'm like, why is you yelling through the phone? Like, because I'm like, I'm trying to figure out who paying for it. I'm like, they're
Right.
like asking me, do I got the money? I'm like, I thought y'all said, I'm like, Nature Boy said he had it covered. They was like, no one said that, and then this and that. I'm like, yeah. And then it was like, I'm like, let me see if Mama Knowledge would do it. And True yelling on the phone, like just doing too much. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why is you overly yelling through the phone? Weird.
That's funny because that Efru, ain't that's how I'm saying it right? Efru.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
saying it right.
How she gonna come to you and say, you sure you want to leave? Bitch, you slapped me.
Right.
Right.
Why? What the fuck? Like, really? What the hell you asking me? Do I want to, so you can smack me again? No, no, no. And you know
Right.
what? They remind me of bipolar to the 10th power unmedicated,
Very.
because they paranoid. They already jumped on the girl who's saying how she used to be. Oh, she threatened me. Oh, she gonna, let's do something. Then they did remind me of a mental patient that's paranoid, delusional thinking. How you gonna get in trouble for petty shit, forgetting to sweep the floor? First of all, I'm already under a lot of pressure. Y'all got me like I'm a robot. I gotta get up, I gotta clean, I gotta do these exercises, I gotta go to this boot camp. Damn, I forgot to sweep the floor. Now I'm in trouble.
Right.
They are paranoid. They got a lot of delusional thinking going on, having a meeting about how they feel before they jump on the girl. And he's supposed to be the smart one. He could have said, oh, I think she meant by how she used to be. I don't think she liked that no more. Because I take it as she ain't like that no more. So how am I a threat? For him to instigate, if it was me and this and that. What do you mean? You're supposed to be the Messiah. You're supposed to be the chief. You're supposed to be way smarter than that. So you an instigator? You know what I'm saying? So you an
Yeah.
instigator fight? Like why? Why do you condone fights, chief?
Right. Exactly. That's
Why
like
do you
real
He
condone
talk.
instigating.
violence? Oh, but he is violent
He be,
anyway. So
he be
coming from a violent person, he gonna condone violence, right? What'd you say?
he be instigating. I heard he be making his wives compete against each other, and that's stupid because women, like, you already teach that women are chaotic energy. So why are you trying to make them compete against each other and just weird shit like that and making one jump the other?
Also,
That's sad.
a little off topic because, like I said, I'm glad we just having a regular conversation at this point, and I can leave the damn questions alone because I'm not really an interviewer, but I thank you and I appreciate that y'all trusted me enough with this interview, so now I can get a little comfortable. Are drugs being used over there?
The
And when I say
only
drugs, because weed is not a drug. That to me, that's not a drug. I'm talking about some hard stuff,
mm,
some psychedelics, or those type of drugs being used there.
no, just marijuana and a little drinking, like a little wine or a little drinking.
Well, you know what? I think it is safe to say, Treasure, that I don't know because
Yeah,
you're not around. You wasn't around when Loyal got jumped, so you're not around to see if anybody doing no hard drugs. I can only speak for myself. I don't know. That's what I would.
Yeah, as
I would be
far
right,
as
like,
as far
because
as
you
yeah,
don't know.
I don't know, but as far as I haven't seen it or witnessed it. I've only seen
Hmm.
marijuana and drinks, but I don't know if it has been.
Well, I've
okay,
been around hypes before, and my brother used to sell drugs, so I can recognize a hype when I see one.
right,
And
right. That's
Treasure
why I
ain't
see,
never. I
Mama
don't
got
think
you.
Treasure
Yeah,
been around hypes like we
uh,
been around. Cause we grew up in the
yeah,
hood,
because certain
and
ones there is like they on sun. So I think your mother was right by letting you know, you to your knowledge you don't know, but
right.
that's not what looks like. Some of them with them downloads, they look a little hyped up.
Yeah, they look like they you own something.
Yeah, so
I had a friend that was on something. I swear I didn't know it. I did not know the girl was shooting up. I didn't know. Remember Angelica? She
Yep.
used to come to my house and clean up a lot. That girl
Yeah.
was on heroin. I had no idea. So yeah, some people can look legit but be on drugs. And you don't even know it because it's a secret thing that they doing. It's secretive. They secret shooting up in the back. She did that in my bathroom. So yes, people can be on drugs and you don't you
right.
be
There's
they be right
functional
in your
drug
face
addicts. There's
high
all
and you
exactly.
don't
So,
even know it.
yeah, yeah. I was younger. There was doctors that was buying crack. So your local doctor could be a crackhead, and you don't even know it. Because they know how to handle it well enough. So, but
Yeah,
it's
true that.
I think that's I think that was the last question that I had that my mind was jogged of that I forgot to write down. But that is
Yeah.
there
He
anything
be
else?
Yeah, do you recommend anybody to go there?
Right,
No, I do not. If you want to get your head fucked with and psychological mind games, and if you want to get felt like you're loved, but then felt like you're being mistreated, like it's confusing. It's like, which one is it? Because like I'm always getting drilled, you always yelling, and now we getting hit, slapped. Like what's next? You feel me? And then it's being low key threats because the ones that been there longer walking around talking about I kill over this mission, I kill somebody over this mission.
Hell no.
Like I'm gonna get out of here because I don't know what can happen one day. I might do the wrong thing on accident and I
Yeah.
get jumped or some shit. Like
yeah,
So
yeah,
so would you say that you're walking around on eggshells around there?
yeah, like fear. Like I'm kind of scared to like fuck up or some shit or spaz because I know I'm a spaz. That's why I had to leave because I know one day I'm a spaz on somebody and they're gonna want to jump me and
Right.
I'm gonna
your
have to
mama
break some
did say
legs.
that.
Yep.
She's like, listen, it's time for her to go because right
Yep.
now she cool, but they gonna trigger the wrong thing one day,
Yep.
and it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be nice whatsoever. So I'm
Right.
glad you got out of there and you free because we would hate to be talking to you from the other side of the jail bars and stuff because
Right,
you done
I
slit
know.
somebody's throat. So
right.
we
Because I
thank the
was
Let,
Lord
let
for
me
that.
let me ask, let me say something else. I would compare him as a pimp because you know how the pimp have his girls in line and in check. and they
Right.
do his due diligence and works and bring the money to him. But with y'all, he's getting loans in y'all names, unemployment in certain people's names, and if you messed up the littlest thing, you get beat up.
Right.
And then everybody is doing his stuff, his works on their own. Nobody is getting forced, like you said, Treasure. No one is being forced to do anything. They're doing it all. They're there on their own account. They came there on their own. They want to be there, so no one is being forced. It's like a pimp. It's like he a big pimp
It's
because
like everybody. He's a pimp, and he's pimping, teaching other people how to pimp, and they pimp each other, and then more people come to get pimped, and it's just it's like a breaking process trying to break you and
Right.
trying to make you submissive, or like it's like just be like, yes, that's a fact, and just move out and just take any order given to you.
Yeah,
wow.
he's a play pimp. That's what he want to do. So he's pimping without the sex. So they're not on the stroll and whatnot, but it's still the same ideology. Point blank,
Right.
period. Even though if he needed them to go on the stroll, they would be strolling. So they need to think about that stuff. But listen,
Yeah.
no, for real, they would, because I honestly think if he told somebody to jump off one of them cliffs, they would jump off one of their cliffs because they're gonna be reborn into their better self or some nonsense. So I believe it.
Nature boy, if you do see this video, I heard what you said in one of your lives or whatever you was at. Like, she better not talk. We know what she said. We waiting on you. We sure the fuck is. We waiting on your ass. You want to show up? Show up. You better show up right
And
too.
that's the thing. He do too much with social media. It's like you cannot be a street person talking all this gibberish on social media. You can't be threatening people on social media and threatening pull
I
up. If
got
you just gonna
family in
do it,
Atlanta,
do it.
Georgia. I got family right in Atlanta, Georgia. Come on, where you at?
But on top of
You know
that,
what I'm saying? So what you want? Really?
on top of that,
Boy,
look, on top of that, if he really wanted to do something and he really did say that, and he said that he know where we stay. The thing
he
is,
did
I know
say
where.
that.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, I know where you stay too.
Exactly. We know where
Like,
you stay. And oh yeah. That I had you set up with a driver, right? And
right.
y'all didn't use my driver. But I ain't gonna say my driver name. But he from over there. I told my driver about what was going on. I ended up telling him about it when y'all didn't take him. Y'all actually did the taxi cab, what Nature Boy set up for y'all. But I told my driver, I ended up telling him what the deal was. He had niggas ready to run up in that motherfucker. I'm telling you the truth. He said he was all scared. He was like, you know what? Your daughter's trying to get away from over there. Woo, woo. I mean, I think he perceived it the wrong way because y'all was actually allowed to leave, but he was ready to. Sorry, my baby is actually.
It's okay.
He was ready to have goons run up all up and through the camp. Because he said the area where you had him come pick you up was going to come pick you up at. He said that area was like ghetto or something, like West Side, like real ghetto, like it's got a lot of bad people over there. So he was rounding up his goons. And if you need a lawyer, if you do need a lawyer, when the shit hit the fan about fraudulent stuff going on with his loan, if he did do that, he gave me a lawyer's name, and his lawyer is also work. There used to be a lawyer, but now he's as a judge right over there in Puerto Rico.
See,
and
you
I
do
think
it.
a lot.
See the
I think a
blessing?
lot of y'all know his name when I said Franco DeFranco. Yes.
See, and you're good. You get what I'm saying? So he doing all that scary stuff, and look what you got. You understand? Like, and people don't even know. Sometimes it's better to just be quiet. And some people don't understand that. You telling people what you gonna do to them, not knowing what could have been done to you. That's the whole thing. Just be quiet, get off, go do some Dr. Bishop, go do some whatever and stuff, because it's like you making more charges for yourself, homeboy, than what's already there. Like threatening people, and then people don't understand when you do certain things, the internet changes the category of what a charge is. A lot of people don't understand that. Like if I go to you face to face, or I said it on the phone to you, like, yo, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to you, it's a threat. But see, if I get on the internet and I say it, it's a terroristic threat.
Yes.
Anything with terroristic or terror on it is way more time than
Oh
if you
yeah.
just did it the regular way. See, people got to learn the law before they break the law. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
you got to learn the law
I
before you
think
break the law.
I
You
seen this dude in a wig. I seen Nature Boy in a wig. Was I seeing things? What was
no,
he
No,
acting like that day?
he was acting like a fool, like he always is. I don't
acting like somebody. I think it's Uncle
Uncle
Earl or
Rufus
some
or
Uncle
whatever. I
something.
don't know.
And then he said in one of his videos he looking for a trans woman, so you gay? But you trying to turn me out into a woman. How come I can't be gay? You gay? Like he's
Exactly.
so contradictory.
Exactly.
He
I
is
gotta
so.
find my divine feminine, but you don't want nobody that's divine feminine. Like,
Thank you. He want a trans wife now. What kind of shit is it? But you mad because I'm a man. I'm a woman, but I look like a man. But you want a trans man? Like here I am right in front of you. Why the fuck he got to be a man? How come he can't be me? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Now you want a damn man to be. Nah, this dude got
Yeah.
his face.
On top, look,
Dude
look.
is
I want to
mental.
say something. I want to say something. And then before I joined, I thought that the women was coming to him on most of the occasions. I can't speak on most or at least, but all I know is before I left, I heard this man asking one of the dude's wife, because it's like one more dude down there that had a wife. He had a
Mm-hmm.
wife. Okay. This man already got 5 wives. He got Aya, Malia, Ephru, Sheba, and Zoka.
mm-hmm.
Why? So now me and Mama Knowledge leaving. Now you want to ask Mama Athena and take him from her husband. Talking about, do you want to be my wife? And she was like, yeah,
And I
I would
was
like to be your
wondering
wife.
about that because I thought Haru was with the shits. Because like we on chill time, so I can curse a little bit now. I thought Haru was with the shits. So you understand? I was like, damn, like I know he ain't gonna try and go get Haruti because I was wrong. See how I'm just wrong about stuff. It's good to just fucking ask or let people fucking know.
So people wives can get snatched up, and the men's they can't do shit about it.
Yeah. Haruti,
Hell
I'm
no.
disappointed in you, Haru. Excuse me, Haru. I'm disappointed in you, Haru. I thought you was a gangster.
He better sleep
I
like
thought you
that
was a
too
gangster
now.
that just was a little slow. That's why you there. But I thought you was a gangster. You gonna let him take your wife? You gonna do that?
Right.
I
Wow.
honestly, he probably. I don't know if he know now, but it was like before I left it happened. I don't know if he know now, but if he stay, that's crazy because and a lot of men has been through that there. They get their wives taken from them. And I heard it on my own ears now, so I heard him ask her, "Do you want to be my wife?" It wasn't the other way around, so I know and that's bogus because you got 5 wives and you're trying to take the last bit of
Right.
wife.
From everyone. You understand? Is
He
anybody
is.
like low key? Is anybody over there? Any of the men low key dealing with each other? Because like for some real, mess. If I was a dude, I couldn't be nowhere for years, and I ain't got no girl. I can't. That's why the jail is so violent. That's why
That's
men's jail is so violent because they don't get no stuff. So if they can't get the stuff, then they go and get a boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? So it's either that, it's either you killing everybody or you gonna get a dude to let that release.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Not that I know of. I don't know of any dudes messing around together. Not that I know of, no.
I
Okay.
feel like he thought you was a threat anyway, because
How
you
you
are a
say that?
cute stud, and I feel like he had to make you into a woman because you too threatening.
That's what
But
we
you might
all
steal
thought
one of his
too.
wives and shit.
We like damn
Yeah.
because we think foo like girls. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he's like, wait a minute, hold up, I got
Listen.
competition.
They are bisexual because I read on his Facebook page, uh, go to my Twitter if you want to see some sex videos. So I made a Twitter account and I looked on his page, and him and his wives are having sex and the girls are having each other. So if that ain't bisexual, what is it? He's recording. And he's recording. So if that ain't bisexual, what is it?
Right.
He know they bisexual. That he felt like you was a threat. I feel like he
That's
think
what
he
it
was a threat. He
was.
tried to
And I
change.
felt
He did.
yeah,
Go
that's a
ahead.
fact. Yeah, that's true. Cause I low key did feel energy from pretty much all the women there.
Yep.
See, he's like, you ain't gonna get none of my wives. And then
Uh huh.
a man, not trying to be funny, a man can't deal with that. Like, you understand? If a woman, whether she a stud or not, takes they girl, and you can't compete with that. You understand where
Right.
it's like we don't have the same stuff. So
Yep.
how am I gonna do what he can't do
Mhm.
what you probably could do. So he's like, nah, I
Exactly.
got to snip this shit in the bud. We gonna throw her in a dress and a headband. And I'm sorry, you looked so uncomfortable in that stuff. I said, why he do her like that? Like, you understand where it was like that was not for you. It was not for you. You gonna take away her little olas and stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
he was a threat, and it made you uncomfortable in every way. Because when you first was there, you was in your comfortable skin, so it was
Yep.
like, okay, it was the swag was there. So now when he threw the damn, I said, what the fuck is this? What is he doing? And that's why I was like,
Yeah.
you going too far. You went too
Oh,
far with it now, because now you just totally trying to change your person the hell around into what the hell you want. And that this ain't for them. You want people to live in their truth, so you say, but you making this person live a lie in a dress and a head wrap. That wasn't for
right.
you. That wasn't for
Right.
you. It looked
Now I see
uncomfortable.
you right now as yourself. You look
Right.
comfortable.
Right.
You know.
This is the norm. You understand? Like, this is what you like. So it's like, come on, man. When you was doing them downloads, I'm telling you, I was like, no, 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 no. This is not right. This is not.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. Um, because I asked you this before, but let the people know how many times a day y'all eat.
Oh yes.
Um, we eat one time a day, like a meal, like a good meal, and sometimes we get leftovers. Like if you want leftovers, you can get leftovers, and we eat fruit and nuts in the morning. Or sometimes some people got some eggs if they want to cook some eggs right quick. But they do tell us that we shouldn't be eating too much throughout the day. They only want us to eat one meal, fruit around it, and if you want leftovers.
Do
Wow.
he call it fasting? And what's the reason behind all this once a day eating?
Mm, fat no fasting. He calls fasting when you go to sleep, because when you go to sleep, you get 8 hours of no eating, and when you wake up, you break your fast, which is called breakfast. You break the fast. That's what he teaches. But
That's backwards because when you fast, you fast and you sleep.
Right.
You can't eat while you sleep.
Right.
Mhm.
He teaches all this stuff is doing stuff is the easy way is wrong. That's definitely the easy way. Like, if I'd have known that, I've been fasting for a long time and
I've
I
been
didn't
fasting
know
for
it,
42 years,
for
Right.
real.
every night.
You know? What is he talking about?
Hey, Miami been fasting.
Hey, Miami.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, another question. I read on an article that he and his fathers went to jail in Hawaii, and that some of the people that was at the airport was disgusted by the smell coming from Nature Boy and his crew, like they don't wear deodorant. Do y'all not wear deodorant and personal hygienes and stuff like that when y'all take a bath? Do y'all have soap? I mean, how y'all? What's up with that?
Yeah, we have soap. We do take showers. We really clean out the. We do have smell goods. Like we have roll on. You know them essential oils.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We use roll on essential oils. And as far as me out there, they don't buy deodorant, but I use my essential oil mixed with shea butter, and I put it under my arms, and I smell good all day. But as far as Mama Zoka and Mama Sheba, they be loud. They
Damn,
stuff be loud.
like one of the Muslims, like the Muslims be,
They be
like
Yo,
onions,
musty
you like they be loud. Like, that's the they
for
look like that's
real.
probably why they so
like
mad. Like,
somebody
you have to
cutting
smell that
onions.
all day.
They be musty sometimes, and they be loud. The whole room be really stinking because of them.
How Nature Boy smell? Do he stink?
Nah, he don't stink. I never really smelled them. I never smelled nothing
He
bad
probably
from
be
them.
low key putting on deodorant.
He probably do, because this whole time he been frauding, and then all of a sudden go to Babylon. You eating steak, you eating lamb, and this is the thing. If you're a vegan, all jokes aside, vegans don't really smell like how meat eaters do. Like, meat eaters, we need stuff, because if we don't have stuff, we will have a body
Right.
odor and stuff. So he's been eating all the meat since he left, and he probably was sneaking meat while he was there, because most vegans that been vegan for so many years, you'll get sick eating meat when the first
Yeah.
couple times you eat it, because your
Yeah.
body's not used to it.
Right.
His body's been very used to them lamb chops and all that other stuff. So I feel like, no, he hasn't been vegan since whatever. He been sneaking meat and whatever in his little snack stuff on the low And that's just that. He's just a fraud. He's just fronting a fraud. Where the knowledge, don't get me wrong, I say this all the time. The knowledge is good shit. But you're not applying the shit. You feel me? So how is you trying to force these people to do what you want them to do, and you ain't even the one doing it? You supposed to be the example for them. Period.
Right.
You the Messiah. You the chief. So you supposed to be the highest. So that means you're supposed to be the highest on whatever you're teaching. Period.
Right.
If they eating once a day, you eat half a day. You understand? You supposed to be the example.
Exactly. Now, do y'all have beds to sleep in there?
I've seen a few beds, but they don't sleep on them because he teaches that when you sleep on the ground, it's better for you because we're supposed to already be sleeping on the ground, and when you're on the bed, it is a thing, an article he showed where like sleeping on the bed over time can arch your spine or some shit like that.
Is your spine arched?
No.
Because you've been sleeping on the bed all your life before you went. I would have been saying in my head, hey, wait a minute, my damn spine ain't arched. What is he talking about?
No, but
Over
it's like years.
That's like
You get what
20
I'm
some
saying?
years.
Like, yeah, you got to be doing that for years. And it's like, if your bed, you know, you could pick the firm bed or the soft. Like, if you sleeping in a soft bed, your back is going to be jacked the hell up. So you sleeping on the floor is good, but he don't sleep on the floor. They got a bed in Atlanta and stuff like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just like he taught y'all that rubber is no good. He taught y'all that you're not supposed to be, it messes up the conductivity or whatever the hell and stuff. But he got a bunch of fake Jordans and stuff. I believe those is made of rubber. All his shoes are rubber. So this is what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't understand the people there. Where as a kid, I knew that when my parents told me stuff and they did the opposite, I really didn't want to hear that nonsense. Like, I didn't disrespect my parents, but I'm like, listen, when I get a chance to do whatever it is they telling me not to do, I'm going to do it because they look like they having fun doing it and over here telling me not to. Like,
I got another question. Did anybody get sick, like get a cold, anything? Like, how did y'all combat that? Do he use medicine? Do he go to the store to get medicine, or do he have holistic healing? What do he do? Like, how do y'all deal with sickness?
It's like a combination of using your mind and grounding and the medicine, because I've heard of him going out to get medicine for certain things. And what else? As far as him being sick, they use some like natural herbs. Cause I heard he was sick. Like I think a month and a half ago, he was sick.
Yeah, we've seen the video.
Yeah,
he was sick.
He was using like natural herbs and stuff like that. Like I think it was sea moss and some other shit. They put together in some tea. As far as I know, I don't know if he went out and get some medicine. He probably did, because it is like they will go get it, or they'll get a plan B or some shit.
Does Malia go to any doctor stuff? Because we know that she supposedly has drains or something from her last stint of almost dying when they kicked her out. Does she go and see and have any medical treatment or have any medication that she need to be taking?
I don't know about that because I haven't been around Malia like that. But as far as I was watching before I came, I've seen her in the hospital. But after that, I don't know if she's been taking medicine, or I don't know if she's been back.
Okay. All right. Well, we about to wrap this up because my little broke best friend has moved me to the part of my house where the Wi-Fi is not clicking like that, you know. So we gonna be all jacked up because, you know, your mom know, like, I be having technical difficulties. It'll be robotic at the end. It'll be some other stuff. So we did good. I was with the good Wi-Fi where it was strong at, you know. We got bumped back here, but luckily we got bumped back here when, you know, we got the key part. We got to, you know, chill and bicker with each other and stuff. But I salute you, Nine. You doing some dope shit. Don't turn around. I'm telling you, don't go to hell back there, because I'm gonna roast the hell out you. I'm gonna just tell you now.
No, if
I'm gonna roast the hell out you if you go to hell back there.
Hell no, I would never go back. In fact, if they want me to come back, is if I come back, it's a threat to them. They should take it as a threat, because I will never go back.
Y'all hear that? She is a threat. So if y'all love y'all life, y'all leave Nine right where the hell she at.
Thank you.
Okay?
Leave me where I'm at. Don't take me back. You don't want to take me back, because
You have a mission. She come back. You better watch
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, you better
like
watch
Steven
it.
Seagal, hard to kill.
Exactly. So don't do it. And now that we know she got backup out there, so
Don't do
she
that.
can come back if she wants to. You understand? If she come back on vacation and on the beach, don't act like you don't see her. She is motherfucking
Yeah, matter of
invisible.
fact, I want to join. Y'all gonna take me?
Yeah.
I
Right.
gave y'all that Grinch smile and shit. Take me.
Right, choose me. Choose me.
Can I be your wife? Yeah, this dude, all this holistic healing and shit. How come he can't keep from going bald and shit? Like, you
Yo,
see
your
that
mom
shit?
got jokes.
Now, what's his name? Chief, Mufasa, not Mufasa. That's Musa.
Babaji.
She said,
Baba G. Baba G. Make up a stash or a salve or whatever you call it, and put that paste
yeah,
right here on top.
rosemary is really good for that. Get you some rosemary essential oil and some
Yeah,
fenugreek seed
Yeah.
oil. You will
we
be
can
living
help
in
you.
the
We
city.
can help you keep from receding. From
Yes,
it to continue to
it'll bring
recede.
it all back.
Or find a new hairstylist or something, because she don't have no damn growing hands. Stop, Gus.
Right. He said he'll be the one that keep one strand on. He don't care. He said if he'll
So
keep one strand of hair.
he'll be like main friend, just swoop it like this here. That one strand he had that swoop around.
Yep. He'll be
Oh
like
hell
that.
no.
Oh my goodness.
Baba G, you ugly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, but I don't see how anybody find you attractive. I ain't trying to say you ain't got no good taste, treasure, but I don't see how.
I think she liked what she thought was in his mind. I don't think it was
Right. I think you found him
physical.
mentally attractive. Because to
Right.
me,
Yeah.
physically, he's got a nice body. He got a sex appeal, body, but his face ugly. Just
Yeah.
I can't get with that.
It was really the mental,
Right.
I like knowledge a lot, so like that's
Right.
what really attracted me to him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it had anything to do with that. And so you are not attractive no more to her because your knowledge is fugazi and she's
Thank
over it. Everyone's over it. Hopefully, it'll be contagious and some more people will be over it. But here's the thing. Stop threatening and doing people like that online when you say all that stuff. And that's just, a little jewel from me to you or whatever, nigga. Because you turning all this shit into terroristic shit. And at the end of the day, you do not want them type of charge. I got a homeboy that got a terroristic charge for some bullshit and did 10 years. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, all for that. And it was something that he could have did like 2 years for if he didn't tread over into that realm of shit. And social media is how you tread over into the realm of that with saying the same shit, I've read Lawyers for Dummies too. Let me stop. nah though. But listen.
So Treasure, you're gonna the knowledge that you learned from over there, are you gonna continue on that journey, or are you gonna go on a different way? Are you still gonna be on a spiritual journey, but not his teachings, or how are you gonna play about that?
Well, I do believe that you can get knowledge from everybody, so everybody is your teacher. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes open to any knowledge, like wherever it comes from. But I'm not gonna just look. I'm not gonna keep everything that he said, and like I'm not gonna,
you gonna take what you can use and throw the bullshit away. That's what you do.
Right.
That's all. Take what you can use and never look up to nobody. If he, all that God stuff he talking, you God. So fuck that shit. Don't look up to nobody else that got some knowledge that they want to teach, like what he be trying to do as your God, but I'm better than you. What's higher than God? You get what I'm saying? So if y'all all God, then there's no Messiah. There's no, you get what I'm saying? So don't ever, don't ever do that. Just take the learning. If a person's teaching you, take what you can use and throw the rest the fuck away. So we not going through this again. I'm telling you, you better not go back, girl. Okay. I'm just telling you. That's all I'm telling you. You better not go back. Okay.
I would never. Ever.
Okay, good. I feel like it's real. I feel it. But Thank you so much for blessing me with this interview. Thank you. And your mom, you know, your mom is Cola Gang all day, all day. You Cola Gang now, you always welcome if you want to come in the chats. You know, my moms will shoot people clean the fuck out that bitch. You understand? If they talk anything that's crazy to you or Mama Young over here. You know, we don't play that. We don't play that over there and whatnot. But y'all have a beautiful night. I'm about to go try to put my broke best friend to sleep because, like I said, he done ran me to the slave quarters, as I call it. And I don't want to be in the slave quarters, so it's time for him to go to sleep. But I wish you the best, and I'm gonna post your GoFundMe link. I gotta have your mom, or you can send it to me, however y'all want to do it on Instagram, so I could post that in the description. So if anybody wants to donate, they can do that. Your Cash App is running on the screen, so if anybody want to Cash App you, they know where to go with it. You know, it's going to a good place. Don't worry, y'all. She's not a scam artist like some of the people that have left, you know, and whatnot. I ain't talking about recent, so I ain't shading nobody. I'm just saying left in general. You know, see, a lot of people have left, but she's definitely trying to make a better way for herself. All right, Treasure, I'm out of here.
All right. See you later. I'm grateful.
Later.